How many of you know that God is a waymaker? I didn't hear anybody. How many of you know that God is a waymaker? He'll change some things around in your life if you just let it. He'll make a way out of no way. I need you guys to go into full worship with us on this morning. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, you're a promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, you're a promise keeper, light in the darkness, my
4-year project. And this is the reason why. See, when you tell a story, would you want somebody to tell you the story at the end? No. What if I said, Craig beat up Debo? You wouldn't know nothing about what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Friday. You wouldn't know nothing. You wouldn't know nothing I'm talking about. You like, Craig? Yeah, Craig beat up Debo. Knocked him out. Craig. Like, well, who is Craig? What is Debo? Because see, I'm telling the end of the story. Some of us, if I told you she ate that fruit, she went to sleep. The little 7 small people around her, though, they're crying. I don't know what happened. That's Snow White, you know. See, they don't make sense, right? You're like, what am I talking about? What story am I talking about? Because if you're talking about Friday, you want to see that from the beginning, right? You want to know how did Craig lose his job on his day off? Why is Craig in the refrigerator again? Eating all the hog moss. You want to know why Smokey coming over there like, y'all ain't got you ain't got no peanut butter, you ain't got no jelly. You want to know all of that. But talking about Snow White, you want to know that the evil queen want to know, am I the fairest of them all? And why she got a problem with Snow White? But when we start talking about stories, and we tell it in the middle, and we tell it at the end, you can miss the whole big picture of the story. But we do that when we talk about the Bible. We'll do a whole 6 months of Revelations. Don't know what we're talking about. And you're talking about the end of the story. We'll start, especially we'll hit Christmas up. But you know Christmas is like the midpoint of the story? Because remember, there's a whole Old Testament before Jesus come on the scene, right? So you're in the middle. And some of us pick up right in the middle. Well, I think we need to start from beginning to end. What I love about Sister Kiana, she makes sure that all our videos are on YouTube. If you are not subscribed, see, that's how they do it. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's how they do it. But this is why I say this. Because we want to keep a record that if somebody else want to come in and plug in, they ain't got to like, well, can you preach that again? They go right to that YouTube channel, hit that, get caught up. But it's also going to keep a record for all time. Why is this important? It is important because at the beginning, you're going to understand why God did all of this and why we finally did get to Jesus. But you got to understand from the very start. So we're going to start in Genesis 1:1. If you got a Bible, please open it. You got your phone, please go to it. If you got a tablet, get on your tablet. Whatever you got. If you say you ain't got none of that, we got Bibles for you. Children, I want you to check in. We got bulletins for y'all. So I'm going to start it next week. We're starting a whole new series, so this one started. There will be a prize for the person that got all the, and I'm going to harken back to my last series. So I want you to figure out who are the 4 monsters I talked about in the month of October. That's going to be the question for next week. So you might want to check out the YouTube because it's going to be the title. Clues. But I want you to check in because I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask a question next Sunday, and it's going to be a prize for the child that brought their bulletin back from this Sunday and has their answer inside their bulletin. The title of the sermon is In the Beginning. We're going to be in Genesis 1, the whole chapter. We're going to go all the way to chapter 2 and end at verse 3. Let me get a plug in for Sunday school. We're already covering this in our Sunday school time at a 10 o'clock time. It lasts about an hour, but very engaging. You can ask questions, make declarations, have discussion, all that's had there at our Sunday school time. But when we start out, we first see in the first verse of the Bible, it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the surface of the deep. And the Spirit of God was moving on the surface of the waters. What I want you to understand in the very first words is that it declares God is present. God is in control. God is an eternal creator. He ain't just creating for this purpose. Some of us have people in our lives that have just come in and they're creating a situation. We got some people in our lives, they have just started to understand what we're going through. But God says, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I am the starting point of all of this. You ain't getting me created with the world. No, I created the world. There ain't nothing before me, and there ain't nothing after me. Time don't hold me. That's why we can say God is always on time. Because he's not bounded by our time. He ain't bounded by our pressures. And the other thing, God ain't lost. So it says, in the beginning, God. We could have stopped right there and had a whole sermon. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. It wasn't some happenstance. It wasn't by accident. It was an intentional creation point by a creator named God. That's how they declaim it. Verse 2, it says this: the earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the earth, over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved. This is what we got to understand. God is not passive. Sister Teresa can't help me. God is not passive. God is not passive. He is active. He is moving. He is forward. God is not passive. He ain't sitting in the cut. He ain't chilling. God is active. That's important for us today. Because if you got a situation or a problem, you would know, is God still active in my life? Or is God passive? Is God up front with me? Or is he in the back? Some of us have had friends and family that sat in the back while we struggle. God says, not only am I with you, but I'm in front of you, leading the way. So God is moving. You get into verse 3. So the first point is that we know who the builder is. But the second point is, God said, and it was so. God said, and it was so. What do you mean? When you go through the next, from verse 3 to verse 25, God's going to say it, and it's going to be so. God, why is this important? Because God does not have to go through a negotiation to create. If we're going to get real, we got children here, and all of us, or adults, were birthed out of a mother. There was some negotiation that happened for us all to be here. Some of y'all got quiet. Let me say it one more time. It might have been some Marvin Gaye that helped the negotiate, some Luther Vandross, some Trey Songz for the younger folk. But there was some Teddy Pendergrass for some of y'all. Maybe some good jazz. I don't know what your flavor. But it was some negotiation. Because man cannot create life by himself. Am I right? Woman cannot create life by herself. Am I right? There's some negotiation between two parties, and may not be the intention of the parties at that negotiation for that result to happen. Some of us, it was just a negotiation for Marvin Gaye to play. Then the outcome happened, and you're like, oh, well, let's see what goes. I remember when my wife called me on my way from work. We had our first child, Eden, and we all, yeah, we got it. This is a miracle baby. We don't know how you got here. And then, we had an anniversary, and there was some negotiations that happened. And about a month or so later, I'm driving from work on my way. I remember because I was on the service road to 75, about to turn on lemon. And she says, I'm pregnant. I said, oh, okay. They just cut out money at the city. Okay. We're going to see what's going on. And what am I saying? That might not have been the intention, but there was a result that occurred, right? Look at God. Who does God have to negotiate for this thing to occur? Nobody. Even us here, God said, I negotiate for you. Because your parents may not have been thinking about you, but I was knitting you, making a result of you coming forth. I am the one that said you will be a gift to them. I don't negotiate. God don't have to negotiate with me. God don't have to negotiate with creation. God don't have to negotiate with himself. God is God. So when he says it's so, it's so. I need you to understand it in your life. If God is saying, I need you to move forward, God is saying, I made it so. God is not going to put you in situations where you can't be the one who he said. God ain't a lie. If God said you're going to be an attorney, you're going to have a degree, you're going to have a successful marriage, your kids going to be well and healthy, if God said that for your life, then it's so. I don't know where you are in your life. You know, after this, we're going to be working out and so forth. Some people have told us, baby, your grandmother be, great-grandmama be, that's what you be, mama, everybody be. You're going to be what you are. They've been saying that to us. And if they don't say that, that's the only thing you can be, then they say, well, I don't know, you got thyroid. Baby, I don't believe God is saying that about us. I think God is saying to us that we can do more with our temple. I think God is saying that we can do more with our value in our kingdom. We can contribute more. We can do more and be more. God is calling us to a new season. He's saying, I said it so. We got to start believing the lies of the enemy and believe the truth of the champion. Because then the enemy is going to try to take you out. So then you get to the first day. Look at the first day. The first day is verses 3 through 5. On the first day, he creates light. He doesn't create stars, he creates light. He separates light from darkness. Because everywhere there was darkness where we need to be, God's going to create light. That's not the sun, that is light. Even today, scientists still struggle like, what is light? Like gas? Is it this? Is it that? Light is a struggle. God, that's the first thing God's going to create. And he said, I'm creating light. I'm separating from the darkness and the void and the despair. I'm separating and saying hope is present. And I'm shining light on it. And I am that hope. That's the first day. The second day, he says in verse 6 through 8, we say firmament, on your Bible, they say heaven. That's just talking about the sky and the atmosphere. Even today, we talk about the atmosphere. That's when we talk about the greenhouse effect and all that stuff, climate control. We're talking about the atmosphere getting jacked up. The atmosphere is struggling. God says, I'm creating an atmosphere, and as I told Sunday school, we don't even know the smell and taste of that air. We always have lived in a polluted air. God made a pure air for us. Just all on the second day. Then you go to the third day. Third day, he creates earth and vegetation. So you got all this water. And from there, he said, I'm going to separate it once again. I'm going to separate, and I'm going to bring forth out the water, the soil, earth. Now, why is this important to order? Because see, when you get to the end, you're going to see why it was important all these things had to happen in order. I need you to understand that when we talk about God, many times people are like, well, God, you let things happen. No, God is a God of order, not a God of chaos. If you see chaotic things happen in your life, that's not of God. Because God does not produce chaos. Okay? He's a God of order. So we got light, we got sky, we got earth, we got the sea, we got vegetation. Then in day 4, he created the sun, the moon, and the stars. And we got seasons. So before we just had day, we just had light. Now he says, now you're going to be able to tell from the light, from morning and night. God said you're going to be able to tell from different seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter. You got all that. Then day 5, you got birds, you got sea animals. Day 6, land animals. Then we get down to verse 26. Still on day 6. What some people call the crown of his creation. Then God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the sky, over the cattle, over all the earth, over every creeping thing that creepeth on the earth. God created man in his own image. In the image of God created him, male and female he created them. God blessed them. God said, be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish. Do all. This is what I want you to understand. If God made man first, and water. If God makes us on the second day, we ain't had no air to breathe on the first day, no, we got air, but we still sitting in what? Water. If God makes us the next day, now we sit on some land, we ain't got no fruit, no veggies, we got nothing. So what are we gonna eat? We don't have none of that. Even if you said, I want to eat some meat, you can't eat any meat, you can't have any fish. No chicken, no hamburgers, none of that. God creates us at the end for also this reason. Because the rest of those things don't have a soul. When God says, made in my image, he said I made little gods. He said I made something with a soul. With free will. See, all dogs don't go to heaven. When you eat that catfish, he gone. He in your belly. That's about it. You ain't gonna see that catfish. That catfish ain't gonna be like, I told you, man. I can't believe you ate me. And none of that's gonna happen. That's over. It's done with. We the only thing that have a soul. And not just a soul, but then God says, now I'm gonna give you something to rule over. I'm gonna have you something to manage. I know many of us struggle to manage our own house, our own life, but God says, I gave you duties on top. I made you. That's the sixth day. When you get to the seventh, what does it say in chapter 2? Somebody, y'all go to chapter 2. Go to chapter 2. The Sabbath, and then God rested. On the seventh day, he says this. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. And the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made, and God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it. And because that in it he had rested from all his work God created and made. I want to first tell you this. Can I get real with you? These 6 days before and the 7th day after, God is investing in us. Because God does not need the sky. He does not need the light. He does not need the vegetation. He does not need the sea. He does not need the air. God is not in need of that. We need that to sustain us. God is investing in us. Too many times we are giving over our time and our life to people that will not invest in you. And what do I mean by investing in you? Investing in you looks like this. If I say, DeAndre, I got your name. I always got your name. DeAndre, I'm going to give you $100. I'm investing in her. Okay? Too many times we got people who are divesting in our life. They're just taking from us. Taking from us. No. Because with an investment should come back a return. Thank you, Mr. Accountant. That's an accountant term. I'm about to have dividend. That wasn't too much. But then a return. Because when you invest, there's a return. See, all God said in my investment, the return is a relationship with you. But we have a relationship when you have invested in folks and it's come back bankrupt. You have invested in sometimes a fool and it's come back bankrupt. Sometimes you have invested your time in get this degree because it's going to make you something. You invest that, you got all that debt. And you can't get a job in that. You got a degree in communication. You don't know what you're going to do to communicate, but you don't know what to do with it. Now you working somewhere else. You invested time in a group of friends. All they like to do, they like to Friday night, gonna be hang out night, ladies night. But what do we got to show for it on Saturday? So a headache. And you lack your funds. And you lack your self-esteem in some situations. Sometimes you may even walk in shame. You might have people in your life that's willing to invest in you. Your church will be investing in you as God is investing in you. But do you have friends that are investing in you? When you invest in something, they also demand an account for what I've invested in. See, if you go to the stock markets, they got to tell you where they put my money. If I give $1, I'm a shareholder in this company now. So I want to know what's going on. So what I'm going to tell you, when somebody truly invests in you, they're going to also hold you accountable. And when they hold you accountable, so they want to see a return. If I invest in Deandra, I want to see the education that she should go get. If I invest in Deandra, I should see all the life and everything, the full potential she have. And how do I hold accountable? I walk with her through the journey. That's how we do as Christians. You ain't got to call nobody out. I ain't need nobody to call me out 40 pounds now lighter, praise the Lord, as this morning. But I ain't need 40 pounds to go somebody and say, Pastor, you real big. You about to die. I ain't need that. But on the cool, I did need someone to say, Pastor, we can do better. But you know what y'all did though? For me personally, when I said I was down 5 pounds, I said, good, praise the Lord. I'm like, okay, I must have been real bad. Because y'all shine on 5 pounds. Y'all about to find the Holy Ghost on 5 pounds? Okay. Oh, okay. But this is what y'all was saying. Because Pastor, we're investing in you. And now we're trying to hold you accountable so that you give us back a return. Do y'all see that? Y'all see that? What are you investing in today? Some of y'all have invested in bad relationships. At some point, you got to let the investment go. I know he called you. I know y'all might have children together. Y'all might got a house together. Y'all might have whatever. I know. Or you might have this job. They love you at the job. But you're the first one there, the last one to go. They love you because you work. They don't love you. They don't love you because they love you because what you produce. You might have let that job go. Why do I say that? Because when God was investing in us, He's trying to bring the full potential out. Is the job that you're at bringing your full potential? And truly, let me ask this. And are you truly investing in the job? Someone just here at the job. You ever see people, they get an assignment, and somehow that assignment gets to you? Because they don't want to ever do the work? You know. So I know. Everybody got that job. Sister, I need you to sign up 5 people. They say, okay. Then they go to lunch. And they don't ever come back. And when they come back, they just get that cubicle like, girl, don't let nobody see me. I'm right here. I don't want nobody to see me. Then they try, oh, is it 4:30? I gotta go. And they gone. Y'all know anybody like that? Yeah. But you still there at 6:30, 7 o'clock at night? That's what I'm trying to say to you. As God started in the beginning to invest in us, who are you investing in and who are you demanding a return in? And then last, are you investing in yourself? I've had many discussions with a lot of folks over this, we're going to spend our $40 over here in this little gym to work out for 1 hour. I said, can you make a $40 investment in you? That you hold yourself accountable and that you get results from? Can you do that for you? And it's been some real discussion and talk. It's real. I mean, real. Because we talking about, can you invest $10 a Sunday in you? And for some of us, we have not invested anything in us. We've been giving out so much, we have not been putting into ourselves. Amen. We have not been working on us so that we can grow together. Baby, you got to work on you for God's glory. God has greater things for us, but if you won't take that time to invest in yourself, how can you demand investment return from someone else? If you won't get in your Bible, you won't get with the word, you won't come on a Sunday, you won't come to Sunday school, you won't take those things, and then you complain about, I don't know much about God. Well, baby, you won't spend no time with Him. My marriage is struggling, but you won't spend no time in your marriage. Together, both of y'all. I don't know why I'm struggling at my job, but you come late. You leave early. You always sick. You won't invest in you. So this is Sunday morning. I'm asking you, as we start in the beginning, you see who's in control. First of all, I trust God. I know God is real. I know God has been moving in my life. The second thing, this Sunday morning, will you invest in yourself? If you need prayer, Will you not let the enemy come and try to tear you down and destroy you and get put down in your head? If you've been listening to what I'm saying to you, will you say, Lord, I do need you, God. I need prayer. I need to come before the throne and say, God, I need you more than ever. Lord, I need that investment that you have in me to multiply in me. This Sunday morning, if you don't have a home, you ain't a part of no ministry, all that stuff, will you come and invest in yourself and see how God will work with you in this and how He will work with you, how you bless Victory? Victory gonna bless you back. And if you don't know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, will you make the ultimate investment and trust Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? The one that was there at the beginning of all of this with God. Will you invest in yourself and say, I choose to say Jesus is King? The doors of the church are open.